Welcome to the Crypto Stock Investor. And so this is kind of my overview on how I invest into stocks. So I invest into stocks in a very specific way. And so in that specific way, I primarily invest into stocks that pay a monthly dividend. And I look for long-term companies that have been paying dividends, maybe not monthly dividends, but paying dividends for a really, really long time. And so that is kind of my overview of how I do stocks and how I invest into stocks. So that cancels probably over 99% of the stocks out there. 99% of the stocks I'm not even interested. I'm only specifically looking for those stocks that pay a monthly dividend. Here's why. That's eventually I want to live off of. I want all my bills to be paid through dividend income. And so I'm starting the process now. And so I'm doing both cryptos and doing cryptocurrencies and dividends, and how I use those two methods to increase my wealth over the next 20-30 years. And so primarily speaking, I want to get into the position where all my bills are paid. So that and how I get there really depends on how many bills I have. If I have over $3,000 to $4,000 worth of bills every month, and my margin's only 5%. So if I, for example, right now I'm not gonna say how much I make, but say I make $5,000, and I spend $4,750. That is not going to get me anywhere. I have like $250 left to invest with. And that $250 a month is not going to go anywhere in regards to the retirement. And so I'm about, as of right now, not quite 50%. It's like close to 50%. Some months it's going to be 50%. Some months it's going to be really 30 to 50%. It ranges from 30% to 50% margins. So I run my personal finances as a business. So I look at it as margins, and I look at it as what's my margins this month? What's the target margins of next month, or the quarter, or the year? And of course, the target is 50-50. So 50% of my income is not paying stuff, okay? Each month is different. Each month is more of a leeway. But generally speaking, I'm going to focus on getting that 50%, okay? The reason being is that if I'm already living off of 50%, or give or take, if I live off of 50%, I only need 50%. And so 50% is not a lot. And so, yeah, that is how I want to play so cryptocurrencies is how I'm going to get wealthy. And the investment stocks that I'm going to place my money into, particular stocks, are going to be for the purpose of increasing my wealth in regards to paying out dividends and I pay monthly. And so I'm really specific on how I do this, and how I'm going to do cryptocurrencies is what most people and a lot of people are doing with stocks, because a lot of people are doing more value investment, which is fine. I don't have a problem with people doing value, be a value investor, meaning the person who, so what's a value investor? A value investor is one who holds a company for the next 5 years. So, and because they don't want to hold it forever, because industries is just so changing so fast that these companies are in need to, like, so a lot of these companies ended up dying off at like 40 years due to technology change. They couldn't keep up with the technology, or that their industry is literally going away or being consolidated into like 1 or 2 or 3 different companies. And so that's why people are shifting towards value investment. And so what I'm doing it is differently. I'm doing value investing into cryptocurrencies, but I'm primarily doing long-term 10 to 15 year plays into particular investments within that has a monthly dividend. And so I'm specifically looking for companies that pay a monthly dividend. So the biggest one out there that consistently pays a monthly dividend is Realty Income. Their ticker symbol is O, as the letter O. And so they've been consistently paying dividends since 1994. That's how crazy that is. And they are in the real estate business. And so they hold thousands of properties across the nation, if not globally. And they specifically, their whole point is to give investors a monthly dividend. That's their whole mission, is to profit, of course, but have those profits go towards their investors. So they're very, very, very attuned to their investors. They are there for their investors. And so I don't have any money in Realty Income, not yet. That will change soon. And in the next, by the end of this year, I'm planning on to probably buy it before summer hits. So before summer hits, I probably will have some money into Realty Income, because I believe in them so much that they have a track record. And so, and I do have another company that I have is called Gladstone. And they have a few different ways you can invest into that company, or into that company slash it's a trust that I'm using. I'm using a trust version of the publicly traded trust. So that trust pays a monthly dividend, and it's GLAD is their ticker symbol, and that's what I have. Most of my stocks are in that specific one. Now I do have an oil stock but that's more speculative, and so I haven't sold out yet because I would lose money, but I'm just gonna hold it. I'm not gonna buy any more of it because their dividends is a quarterly. Okay, they are a traditional quarterly dividend oriented company, and so I'm gonna avoid that from here on out. And so I'm just kind of not really stuck with it, but kind of am stuck with it. I can sell, but I don't want to sell at a loss, of course. But and then if the oil price goes skyrocketing high, I would greatly benefit from that particular stock. So I am playing that long-term play. I do have until, I believe, 2030, and because it's type of investment that it will deplete over the years. So I have until 2028 to 2030. And it really depends on, like, by that point I should be totally out of it. And if I can like get my principal back and maybe like 1 or 2% from the principal, then I'll be happy to sell. But up until then, I'm not planning on doing that. So that's how I'm strategizing my stocks. My stocks are going to be primarily in dividends, not necessarily 100%, but primarily I would like to see a 90% stocks are in monthly dividends. So that's my kind of overview on how I'm going to play the stock market. And so have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you.